Hey everyone, so in this video I want to talk about something that has helped me so much during my career, especially in the past, let's say 8 years. And it's the concept of recording myself. And why is it so important? And today I'm actually still traveling, and it's one of the best things that you can do. So when you travel, to actually take recordings from yourself and listen to them in a very analytical way as a listener, because a lot of times when we travel we can't play a lot, especially even better if you are traveling and you just can't play for some reason. You can't make noise or you don't have your horn with you, something that is truly amazing, the same way you would listen to music and you would listen to your favorite artists, to listen to yourself. I know it sounds a little weird for some, but it's extremely beneficial, and this is something I started doing especially when I moved to LA and started really recording every single week. I was not realizing how beneficial this was being to my playing, because I started getting better, and every time I recorded, I would listen back. And then there were moments where I would take it to the car or I would travel for a bit and I would listen to what I played. And then all of a sudden, especially if you are, you don't have your instrument around for a few weeks and then you listen to yourself, you actually become a listener again, because if you record yourself and you listen to it right away, there's always this you feel weird, you're like, oh, that sounds terrible, that sounds weird, I don't know. But when you wait a day or two, and even better when you're traveling and you're in a completely different place, and you just put your headphones and press play of something that you recorded. It could be you a cappella or recording over a backing track or a solo or something, and listen to yourself and just see what you feel about your sound, the emotions that you're evoking. And you have to pay attention on all the nuances, everything about your sound, because one of the main problems I see on saxophone players and on students is that they don't listen to what they play. And of course, in a way they do, because we all have to listen to what we play. We kind of hear it, but I mean a deep listen. It's almost like when you sit down and you listen to your favorite sax player and you're like, oh, why is he doing that? And it's so great. And the nuance, and you hear the vibrato and you hear the bend and the sound and the phrase, right? You need to do this with yourself. And this is especially beneficial nowadays where recording is very easy. You can record high quality in your house. You don't need a lot of gear to record a saxophone very good. You just need a decent microphone and your laptop and an audio interface, and that's it. I went through Berkeley with an Apogee One, and then later on I grabbed other interfaces and microphones, but you don't need much. And doing this is super beneficial. So how it works and how I do it is I do batch recordings. A lot of my content, I do it that way as well, where I would spend hours recording in many takes, because it's really important to do many takes at the moment. Don't even listen to them right at the same time. Just do the takes, because when you're recording and when you're in that moment, you're extremely critical, and you're going to be hating a lot of what you're doing. Okay, so it's really important when you do this. Just have moments where do a weekly challenge, where one day a week you're going to spend time, instead of practicing. You can still practice, but that day try to make it a recording day where you record a song. It could be a cappella. If you don't even have a microphone around and you just want to keep doing this, you can do it with your phone, okay? But record always. And you're gonna have a file organized in your computer, wherever you want to do it, and just keep all these files there. I'm recording here, I don't know, the melody of There Will Never Be Another You. I'm playing the standard, I'm playing this ballad. Here I'm just improvising. Here I'm just playing a cappella, this and that. And you can have videos or just the recordings. I use Logic, and I'm going to have another video where I talk about my setup, because a lot of you have been asking me about how I record my saxophone, so that's coming for sure. But I just wanted to mention the importance of doing this. And then once you start having, let's say, these playlists of, in my case, because I do videos of everything pretty much, I have them on videos already. But if you don't want to do videos, just have a playlist on iTunes or somewhere, digital file, where just have them on your phone. Carry your own recordings on your phone, okay, like voice memos. But try to record with a microphone and with a decent sound. If you don't have one, again, you can still do it with your phone, but try to make this recordings with a decent microphone if you already have one. And just do it every week. Record. Make it a challenge. Record something different. Record a melody. Record a ballad. Record an improvisation. Record both. Record over a backing track. Other times record a cappella. I encourage you to do backing tracks as well. You can download backing tracks from YouTube, throw them in Logic as MP3s, and then record over it. It's pretty easy. Again, I will show how to do that on another video for a lot of you, so that you can, get your hands on recording. But then what happens is when you travel, and I'm doing this right now. For example, I have an album coming next year, which I'm really excited about. And I have some of the mixes already here, and I'm not playing at all. This has been a trip where I haven't played that much. I've been doing a lot of content and other things, but I'm listening to the album or listening to tracks I've recorded, and really understanding what are the things that I'm liking from my sound and what are some things that need to be improved. Because if you just practice every day, and then you're not consciously listening, it's so hard to understand where are your flaws. Of course, when you do my coaching, when I coach my students, this is the great part about my coaching, where they send me the recordings and I send them feedback, right? Because then they know. But you can also be your own coach. Just sometimes it's important to stop playing. You don't even need to play every day. In fact, when you have moments where you can't play for a few days, on purpose, take the opportunity to listen, to do a deep listening to yourself. This is when you grab these playlists of your own recordings and you listen. Okay, what am I doing? How am I sounding? Am I sounding now in tune? A lot of the times we don't hear that we're slightly out of tune or off when we're playing, but then when you listen as a listener, you're like, ooh, yeah, I'm getting sharp. I was not hearing that. Or maybe your sound is getting thin or squeaky. Maybe your low notes are, so many things that can happen, right? Maybe you're doing too much vibrato. I see this happen on a lot of tuners. They apply an excessive vibrato all the time that they don't hear as they play. But when I point it out and they hear their recording, then they instantly get it. So this is what you need to do. Constantly listen to yourself. Every week you should be doing at least one recording of something over a play along or a cappella, and then the following week you get to hear it, right, as you're recording the new one. So you can do that, and it's going to be extremely beneficial to your playing. But make sure to have a list of things, right? So we all want to improve on different things, but most of us as saxophone players, we want an amazing sound, whatever that means for you, because it's gonna mean something different. Some people like the brighter, more punchy sound. Some others, like me, I like a darker, fuller, warm sound. So I'm always looking at how can I make my sound rounder? That's always a question. When I'm listening to myself, is I wanna sound rounder and prettier and really fat, but at the same time punchy. So I have all the sound references, and this is really important as well for you to actually have adjectives, really label how you want to sound, right? It's really important because this is all mental as well. And then have a list. Okay, sound, this is what I'm aiming for. Articulation, this. A lot of saxophone players over-articulate all the time. That's something you can analyze. So when you have your checklist and then you listen to your playlist, you're going to look at it. Okay, I'm gonna go listen to it once, only focusing on sound. What's happening in your sound? Am I bending too much? Am I adding too much vibrato? Am I breathing properly? Do I sound like I run out of breath? Is my sound weird or squeaky? Do my high notes get out of tune, right? You can have all of that in sound. Then articulation. Am I articulating everything uneven? Focus on how you're playing, how you're moving your fingers, and if maybe you're tonguing too much, maybe you're not, maybe you're using the tongue weird, maybe, all of these things. Maybe you're playing completely uneven and you don't realize it, but when you listen to it and really look at the names of what you're aiming for, it helps a lot, right? Oh, this sounds uneven. Okay, but focus on that. Then on another pass, you can focus on something else. Maybe the brightness or darkness or punchiness of your overall sound. How are you sounding in comparison to players you like? So you can do that as well. You can listen for a second to a player you like and then listen to yourself. Now, if you're really off, don't get sad about it. It's just a reference, right? I do that all the time. If I would get really sad, of course, if I listen to Michael Brecker or something like that and then to a recording of myself. But you need to understand that this is how you build your sound as well, and you're gonna sound like you. But the way you sound like you is to, especially nowadays, to record. Since I started recording, back in 2017, I improved so much. I started recording my solos, and it started just by recording me playing solos and standards and play-alongs. But then later on, I started doing the Instagram posts, which was great for me because it made me record every single day, almost every day, or at least 3 times a week. And I improved so much because I was listening to me. Oh, that sounds off. Let me fix it. Next time I went to play and record, it didn't happen anymore. And then I keep doing it to the day because, I think the improvement and your sound and the way you want to play, all those changes are evergreen. It's never going to stop. Who knows, maybe in 10 years, I'm going to be oriented to play a little bit differently. I think the essence it's there, but this is what you can do by constantly recording yourself. Don't wait, maybe 20 years ago, yes, you needed to go to a studio and all of that kind of stuff. But nowadays, like you can record every day. I wish I had this, benefit when I was studying at Berkeley. I didn't even have an iPhone back then, so I didn't record anything. I have no recordings or no videos of me at Berkeley when I was studying. But who knows, maybe at that time it was good because I was just practicing. But nowadays I can see my improvement. I don't need that many hours of practice because I can curate, I can listen. It's like when you're preparing a speech and you record it, you listen to yourself and you understand how am I sounding, right? And a lot of us, we don't do that, or at least we don't do that enough with our playing. So that's very short video today. Next week I'm going to start with the in-depth tutorials again, but I wanted to mention this is a really important thing to do. If you're not doing this, then get started. And of course, wait for my video. I'm going to be posting a video of how I record my saxophones, my setup, the way I mix it a little bit, and just everything about saxophone production that I've been doing. So I'm going to prepare a video like that and I will post it probably not on a Tuesday, on another day. So stay tuned for that. Okay, now let me know in the comments if this was helpful or what you want me to talk about on my future videos. Not only about tutorials and things like that, but things like this, it could be recording, it could be music career, just a lot of other things that I can talk about. So let me know, what are your interests? And if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe if you're new to this channel. I post a video tutorial every single Tuesday, and I'm excited for a lot of amazing content that I've been doing in Europe for the past month. So keep an eye on my channel. I will be posting a lot of great and amazing and fun content. And also, if you're a saxophone player and you've been playing for a few years and you feel stuck on improvisation or sound, you really want to take your playing to the next level, I have an exclusive coaching program where I work one-on-one with each student. And we transform your sound. You get my entire roadmap of how you can become an amazing improviser, and you get constant feedback, live sessions with me, and basically I'm coaching you in the most effective way because you're going to have to send me recordings. This video actually goes really well because sometimes I start with students that never recorded before. So if you're watching this video, this is something that is pretty much a big requirement in my coaching, is for you to constantly record and send me your recording so that you can get feedback from me as well, not only from yourself, of course. So if you're interested on this, what you need to do is just go to my Instagram account at Lorenzo Ferrero Music and send me a DM with the word coach. And then I'll send you all the info. We can talk and see if you are a good match and if this coaching program would suit your needs. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'm excited to see you next week. Bye.